we can talk about the learning points and, the strategy and actually learning all these things and there's a curve of your learning point where you can actually make money on it. I'm not talking about like just how these gurus teach people and learn a little bit more than others. I'm talking about actually gaining a skill that actually would keep you gaining a skill. Now, when you gain a skill, it's not just something like a talent. It's a skill. So the skill is something you can use through your whole life. A talent, you might get old and can't do that talent no more, like dancing. So it's a point when a skill is an asset and the learning curve will have to happen, but you learn that through experiences. I prefer going through those experiences at heads on because it might be resistance, but you'll learn more just by doing instead of researching and learning stuff. I went through a rabbit hole of too much research. I could have started this a long time ago, but I'm trying to save you 7 years, or how long does it take you to actually get off your butt and actually do something, It's all about your mindset. And at this channel, we try to cut all the BS and go straight to the problem. Just like we don't try to fix symptoms, we're going to fix the whole disease or the cure, kid. Because as just being broke is something that is mentally. It's not, doesn't have to do with anything with physical. But everything you make in your mind comes from your mind. It's your reality. So by saying cutting all the BS, we want to find something simple, something easy, and something we can dive into right away, quick, get straight to the point. I'm tired, and I'm probably hoping you tired of too much fluff on the internet. So yes, we are broke. That's the point, the standpoint. So I like to look at things in force. So as in problem, solution, conclusion, and the question. That should have went first. But understand that the energy, that all we need is earth, air, fire, and water. And I like to do it in elements so it'll be easier to grasp it. So first thing first is fire. You want to have a drive. You want to have a passion towards something. That passion is your first thought. And that first thought is your ideal thought. It doesn't have to go exactly to plan. You cannot control what you cannot control. And that's deeper in it, what it means. So what you can control is your surroundings and yourself. So start with building yourself, and then over time, you'll be a whole different person. and you'll be more of who you want to be. I'm actually off of the paper now, but understand that that fire, that initiation, that push will open up new doors because you learning from your new experiences. And those new experiences will give you cues on how to do it. Now, before I move on to the next three ones, I do want to say this because this is important. The first thing is that you have to come up with a plan. You have to come up with a strategy. You have to put things in place. But fire is really about initiating and pushing that passion out. Find your passion. When you get your passion, build a structure around that passion. But before you can do that, you have to water things. So that's where the water comes. So you want to nurture this business or this hustle or this money the avenue that you're going to make. It has to have water. You have to nutrient the seed. So this seed has to be nurtured. So when I'm saying that, I probably am messing up the word, but when I'm meaning it, as in watering it, you haven't planted it yet because it's not in reality. The idea is not in the reality. But the water, everything takes to bring it to life, you need to water it. Everything in the world and earth needs water, even if it doesn't see it. Some space of form, different phases of water exist there, in all air. But anyways, so you're watering it, and how you're going to water it is understand that there are some things that you need to have in place. And water to me is another form of earth, but it's on a lighter realm. Or I'm not a scientist, but I'm doing this in a way of so y'all can understand it. So you have your idea, you have the water, so you can always make sure it's like your baby, you're gonna want to mother it. So there's things that you have to care for. Don't have to care about the money too much because it's about the care. So put in the value in there, put in things that actually would bring into reality, because the next step is about marketing. But I'm just trying to tell you about the water and how you're going to push it into there. So you take that fire. If y'all gave me a business, it would be easier. But let's say you wanted to create a barber. You want to be a barber. Your passion is to cut hair. And you wanted to make money off of cutting people's hair. But you don't have many clients and you just started. You just learned the skill. You have the passion for it. Now it's time to water it. You go to school. You learn the skill. You nurture it. You turn that skill into something that's very valuable. And that value is going to show people your content. The whole point of getting watered down is so when you are in air and understanding, communicating your value and your passion behind it will show automatically. So you take that fire and then that water of the value, and then you push that communication out with air. This is where air comes in. If you can't market yourself, you will never ever be able to market anything. And It's usually vice versa. If you can market anything, you can market yourself. So you have to learn different skills in marketing. These are all different skills to have. Is fire, air, water, and earth. These are all different things that everybody needs and everybody have. But it's not, we have strong points and then we have weaknesses. I don't really like to call them weaknesses because they can always be built up. Sometimes it's just in the person's reality, personality, or mindset. And I'm not going to go too deep into that. But when you get to your air, you got to know how to persuade. You got to learn how to not manipulate, because you want to have the right audience. You don't want to have talking about cutting people's hair and a dude has dreads, I'm not going to be willing to buy a haircut from you. So steps to make it unique. You take those 3 air signs. I like to use these. I'm spiritual, and I understand air. I understand astrology. When you understand astrology, things get a little bit better because you understand people's personalities and how to use these energies, these 4 different elements. So when that air comes, you can't talk to a fire sign just like you would talk to an earth sign. A fire sign, you might have to be more passionate and not really caring about what they're talking about, caring about the outcome. So that in itself is fire, because after that outcome, you want to detach from that emotion. That's how fire signs move. Now, earth signs, they might be more practical and they want trust testimonials. They might want stuff that actually be seeable and physical. So you got to understand these people. These are all different types of people. And when you know that, things gets way easier for you. So after that, you go to earth, and that's when things get practical. Start setting up systems, start setting up things, because you always use your mind. Every time you try something different, trying different unique things into your air, you have to have a fixed way. You have your things that you always say, and you always have your cardinal, the new things you testing all the time. You also have your mutable, so different ways of talking. Your fixed air, though, that's the stuff that works. That's the water barrier. That's an Aquarius. So your water barrier is stuff that, it's so unique, and that we know that brand. And that's even, I'm getting too deep into air, So, and that's another video. If y'all want to learn stuff like this, go ahead and leave a like and comment if this actually makes sense. And if y'all have any businesses, go ahead and leave different businesses of your ideas, and I'm gonna have to jump on them, and I'll do little reviews over different people's ideas, and I can break it down into spiritual natures in a business way. So back to earth, practical. You have to be practical. You have to bring it into the physical world. So as that being said, when things start making money, you can make it into physically a business by getting an LLC, getting things that you actually need for your business to actually, probably need a place of work. If it's online, it's best because less risk. I prefer one, but I'm not a lawyer, and I don't know your type of business you're getting in. So, but understand that it's all up to you and how you perceive this. But money, you can make it in multiple ways, and there are not shortcuts to this because it's always a learning curve. So what I do is the best thing, is copy and paste what's working. If someone already invented the wheel, why make something else unless it's revolutionary? You know? Something that separates you from the pack. But understand, even if it separates you from the pack, you still want to be relatable in a way that you connect to your audience or your customers or the people that's going to buy from you. For example, we are barber. I have a barber skill, right? And I wanted to say I only work on design hairs and coloring hair, and my audience is not really correct because all I'm targeting is people that have normal haircuts or always just buy for $20 haircuts and just want it basic, the same thing, unless it's something that is drawing from one of their emotions, passions, emotions, water, something that they'll care about. And then you got your fire, I said that, air. You got your intellect people that I'm like, oh man, that might be very useful, helpful, type of energy. And then you got your practical people, and that's your earth. So, but it's all about how you sell. Because I can tell you this, but it's all up to you to understand and get what I'm trying to say in a different perspective. Because that's all I'm trying to do at this channel, is give you a different perspective. So I might actually show you how to actually get a client in different ways, in earth, practical, but also doing it by showing you exactly what I'm doing, because everybody can make money. It's just not circulating towards you at the moment. So you have to put systems in place just so so you can make money. You know what I mean? You want to make money, you gotta put a system in place, foundations. Because if the foundation's not all the way sturdy, that building is going to be towering down. You're going to have a tower moment. Or you can say your business is not going to make it because it wasn't holding up. You making a brick house out of your house, your business is made out of straw. You want to make a house out of brick. You know what I mean? But hey, this is Michael from Pivot, and this is Michael from Pivot, and we signing out.